Thursday here in the Coachella Valley.
Clouds came back, a little sprinkle, a little light rain, about 1/100th of an inch, but a beautiful, beautiful sight when I see clouds. I'm a fan of clouds. I like clouds.
Yeah, it's a little break from the sunshine that we get every day here. So the question is, where will the rain continue? And you'll have that ahead.
Yes, a little bit more rain coming up. I'll tell you when.
All right, thank you, Pablo. Let's turn to your top story this morning. Residents in Cathedral City were ordered to shelter in place last night after a 78-year-old man allegedly brandished a firearm at his son. Now, according to the Cathedral City Police Department, they received a 911 call at around 7:30 Wednesday night on Durango Road. That's where a man claimed his father, John Tavares, displayed a firearm. The son fled the home before making the 911 call, and because a firearm was involved in the report, police had to conduct what they called a surround and call out, leading them to order nearby residents to shelter in place for their safety. Police say Tavares was arrested without incident and booked on suspicion of assault with a deadly weapon. As of this morning, he has since posted $25,000 bail, and he is scheduled to be formally charged on the accusations on December 1st. Last night, we were invited for a little cooking demonstration at Melvin's restaurant in Palm Springs for their upcoming Food and Wine Festival. The local landmark is about to celebrate its 50th anniversary. They're working with the festival scheduled for November 15th and 16th. It's billed as the largest event of its kind in Southern California, will feature restaurants and celebrated chefs. For more information on Melvin's anniversary events and the Food and Wine Festival, you can head to the newsroom section of our website, NBCPalmSprings.com. The Coachella Valley Rescue Mission is hosting a 24-hour live stream. It starts at noon today. It's called Conversations on a Bench. The executive director, Amanda Galindo, will sit on a bench for 24 hours, live streaming one-on-one conversations with community members, local leaders, and more. More than 100 rescue mission CEOs are also participating in similar events across the country. CVRM will also raise funds to support its year-round programs for shelter, recovery, and long-term transformation. You can watch the live stream on CVRM's Facebook page and YouTube. Well, the countdown is on. Hockey is back in the desert, and Firebirds fans are fired up for opening night this Friday. But before the puck drops, there's a special pop-up community event that's happening this evening over at Acrisure Arena. And that's where we find our Alondra Campos this morning. She's live from Acrisure Arena. Alondra, I know it'll look a little different out there this evening, but tell us more about the fun that's planned.
That's right, Olivia. We're out here at Acrisure Arena with our favorite mascot, Fuego, who's already hyped up and ready for this year's hockey season and, of course, this evening's community event. And now, in just a couple of hours, this entire plaza is going to turn into a sea of red and orange, all for this evening's pop-up community event. There we go, Fuego, where fans can gear up for the big game on Friday. Now, fans can get their hands on brand new merchandise, including exclusive Los Firebirds merchandise never seen before. Fuego's super hyped up for that. You can buy your game day tickets as well with no additional online fees. And, of course, customize those amazing jerseys, right? We're all ready for that. And now get this. If you buy your ticket for the big game tonight at this evening's event, you will also get a free swag bag full of merch and goodies of the Coachella Valley Firebirds. It's literally the perfect way to represent that Coachella Valley Firebird spirit. Fuego knows what I'm talking about. And so now today we have John Page here joining us as well, the Senior Vice President for the Coachella Valley Firebirds team. So John, tell us, what can fans expect this season for their game day experience?
Well, here we are. It's Christmas Eve, New Year's Eve, the night before your birthday, first day of class getting ready to start. We're so excited. Great concession offerings, made changes in parking, adjustments in our weekday game times. So we're thrilled. The team's pumped. They're getting ready on the ice right now. Come on down, enjoy us for our home opener for our fourth season.
Awesome. And if, we're a game day away, John, or 1 day away from the game, I'm sorry. And if you haven't gotten your ticket, where can people go?
Best place is come down, as you were talking about earlier, to the box office here for our pop-up event tonight. You can go on CoachellaValleyFirebirds.com, Ticketmaster.com, or AcrissureArena.com. So all those outlets will get you a ticket for the game.
That's awesome. Thank you, John. And of course, we all know the star of the show, the hottest bird in the desert, and that's Fuego over here, who will also be making a special appearance at tonight's community event, taking selfies, giving high fives to fans of all ages. Fuego, be honest, how many selfies are you taking tonight? That's a big number, so make sure you clear up that camera roll and get all of that ready. And so, Fuego, show us your go-to pose. Come on, you gotta love that. That's the classic one. You can't miss that in person. And so now, Fuego, let's be real. When the goals come down tonight on Friday, are you ready to ruffle some feathers? That's the spirit. There we go. Again, this free, family-friendly, fun event here at Acrisure Arena Plaza today from 4 to 7 p.m. completely free. And although we did have a little bit of cloud coverage this morning and a little bit of rain, that won't stop this fiery event from happening. Rain or shine, we're still on. So come on out, bring your jackets, bring your umbrellas. More than anything, bring that fiery spirit. Live from Thousand Palms, I'm Alondra Campos.
Alondra, thank you so much, man. And thank you to Fuego for all of those moves out there. The goals better watch out. Those are some solid punches he was throwing. Let's take a live look outside now. We've got your Agua Caliente Casino camera downtown Palm Springs. Pablo and myself will actually be out there at the event happening this evening. Pablo, I'm so excited to show you Acrisure Arena and introduce you to all of the Firebirds fans. They are so fun.
Can't wait. I also want my selfie with Fuego. What a great mascot. He did throw some nice punches. And Alondra, very good weather breakdown. She mentioned the little showers. And yes, we got a sprinkle of showers early on today, which you see right here. About a 1/100th of an inch in the Palm Springs area. 82 degrees right now. The wind is calm, but there will continue to be showers because of this tropical storm Priscilla that pushed this moisture into the area. So on Friday morning and Friday night, you also expect some more showers. Let's keep looking at the numbers. Hourly temps with the dew points. Temperatures early today were beautiful, 78 degrees, going up to around 90 degrees at 2 p.m. with the dew points at 66. Anything over 60, you're going to feel really muggy, really weighed down, more of that humidity. Seeing the radar here, these are the little sprinkle showers we saw earlier on today around 9 a.m. I went outside, my car was covered in water. It was kind of nice here in the desert. Our 3-day forecast brought to you by Comfort Air. Those light showers on Thursday. Friday, a bit more with some scattered thunderstorms possible as well. On Saturday, though, just clouds. And then after that, the temperatures will start going down. I'm Pablo Alcina. I'll be back with my full forecast later on.
Pablo, thank you. This week is National Fire Prevention Week, and in an effort to teach fire prevention and the best practices, the Palm Springs Fire Department was at Vista Del Monte Elementary School this morning with their community risk reduction team. Third graders were taught safety tips around the kitchen, strategies for safely exiting a building that's caught fire, where to go, and who to call should a fire emergency occur. Here's what Fire Chief Paul Alvarado said about the mobile training clinic they used and why it's so important for you and your kids to be aware of what to do in an emergency.
This week is Fire Prevention Week here in the United States. And in Palm Springs, we take it to the next level, right? So all year long, we're providing fire prevention tips for the neighborhoods. But this week specifically, we really target the third graders here, and we partner with the school district. What you're seeing here is our fire safety house. We're able to put smoke inside the rooms, show kids what it looks like, teach them to stay low, teach them to check a door to make sure if it's hot before opening up that door. So we're teaching them a lot of safety elements, but one of the most important things is smoke alarms, to make sure that they're changing their batteries and their smoke detectors. And when they hear it, what to do, stay low and get out and have a plan with their family where to meet.
911! Some great hands-on training there. Looks like everyone had a lot of fun. Now, if you're interested in learning about fire prevention, you can reach out to the Palm Springs Fire Department or stop by your local station. Palm Springs Life announces its 2025 40 Under 40 honorees. They spotlight the Coachella Valley's most influential and inspiring young leaders shaping the region's future. These are the selected individuals you see here on your screen, from hospitality, civic changemakers to nonprofits, entrepreneurs, innovators, and more. The 2025 cohort represents a vibrant cross-section of talent, ambition, and impact. You can learn more about the 40 Under 40 program on the Rogan Report or on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com. A new fundraiser aims to support Palm Springs Pride. Skip the Line is the organization's latest push to help offset financial challenges facing many LGBTQ+ organizations. Our Tiani Jadaling reports.
Well over 200,000 people are expected to hit the Coachella Valley over the 4-day Palm Springs Pride celebration. Attendees enjoy Pride events, shop at the local retail locations, eat at restaurants, and more. But with the recent $275,000 shortfall the Palm Springs Pride organization is facing, local businesses are stepping up to help this year's festivities go on.
Every year, Pride gets very busy, and we have very long lines for, safety purposes. And so Chill Bar and Hunters do these VIP line passes. This year we decided that we can do it for Pride.
These passes are called Skip the Line passes. They're $75 per pass and help attendees do what they say. Skip the line at a select few restaurants and bars. All the proceeds will go directly to Palm Springs Pride to fill that shortfall and help continue the annual celebrations.
The challenges are continuing and maintaining a safe environment for everybody, and letting people be as fabulous as they're supposed to be.
Palm Springs Mayor Ron DeHart, who is also the president and CEO of Palm Springs Pride, tells us the organization usually has 40 to 50 sponsors. But he says the economy is impacting how much these sponsors can spend on marketing, as well as some other factors contributing to the lack of funds this year.
Primarily, it was coming from a Florida governmental entity that received instructions from the governor that they are no longer able to support LGBTQI programming or DEI programming. So that was a significant hit to us.
Officials are anticipating more visitors at this year's November celebrations than in years past, with locals in favor of this new idea.
Looking forward to Pride. It's kind of pricey, but it's a good idea. We were here last year and had a blast.
Tiani Jadaling, NBC Palm Springs.
Still ahead on your midday news, details on the possible deal between Israel and Hamas, encouraged by President Trump. We'll have a full breakdown coming up in just a few minutes. And let's take a live look outside today. Our Indian Wells Golf Resort camera, some sprinkles this morning. Looks like the sunshine has returned. Pablo Alsina has your full forecast in a few minutes, so stay with us.
You can watch the latest stories and even original news programming over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Every morning at 6 a.m., Jerry and I are here to help you start your day informed and connected. And after our newscast, I head out into our community to listen and bring you the stories that truly impact our lives here in the Valley so that your voice is heard.
You're watching our digital live stream. For the latest news and updates on developing stories, head over to our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Don't miss our digital exclusive content. Me on a Plate. Talking with Thalia. Kai, the Deal Guy. And Desert Entertainment with Todd. Only on NBCPalmSprings.com.
News isn't all we do. We have a wide variety of original programming for you to enjoy over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Successful wildlife projects are happening all across the Salton Sea. And in the middle of these restoration efforts, lithium enters the equation. Dive into the delicate balance of nature and the emerging Lithium Valley, streaming on NBCPalmSprings.com.
Worried about missing a broadcast? Don't worry. We stream just about everywhere from Instagram to YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and of course our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Committed to covering our community. You're watching NBC Palm Springs at 11.
Welcome back. President Donald Trump says Israel and Hamas have agreed to the first phase of a peace plan. The president posting on his Truth Social account that with the support of both Israel and Hamas, all hostages would be released, quote, very soon, adding that Israel would withdraw their troops to an agreed upon line in the first step toward peace. He also emphasized that all parties in the agreement would be treated fairly. Before the breakthrough on the peace deal, President Trump saying he may travel to the Middle East at the end of the week, but did not specifically say he would be going to Egypt, where peace talks are being held. Here in California, the state has become the first to legally define ultra-processed foods and ultimately ban them from being served to school children. Governor Gavin Newsom signed the Real Food, Healthy Kids Act into law on Wednesday. The state legislature passed the first of its kind bill last month. It defines ultra-processed foods as that which may contain ingredients such as high amounts of saturated fat, sodium, added sugar, or certain additives. The law also requires public health officials and scientists to decide which ultra-processed foods are most harmful to human health. Foods of concern would then be removed from school menus. The law requires the foods to be identified and phased out by July of 2035. And you may want to take a close look at your spice rack this morning. Eureka Inc. out of Pomona announcing a recall of its Dura ground cinnamon found in 100-gram plastic containers. The FDA says the product may be contaminated with lead. Extended exposure to lead can potentially lead to various health problems, although no related illnesses have been reported so far. The cinnamon was sold here in California and in Michigan from late August to early October. There's more information on this recall available at fda.gov. 9 months after the Palisades fire destroyed thousands of homes in Los Angeles and took 12 lives, authorities announcing they have made an arrest. The suspect, who once lived in the community, was taken into custody in Florida. Liz Kreutz has the latest on this investigation.
This morning, investigators tracing the massive destruction of the Palisades fire back to this man.
We are announcing the arrest of 29-year-old Jonathan Rinderknecht,
blaming his recklessness for starting the blaze that would become one of the most devastating in Los Angeles history.
We will prove beyond a reasonable doubt that he intentionally started this fire and maliciously.
The Justice Department announcing the arson charge after Rinderknecht was arrested near his home in Florida. He's expected in an Orlando court later this morning. According to the criminal complaint, authorities say Rinderknecht was driving for Uber this past New Year's Eve when, after his final drop-off just after 11:30 in the Pacific Palisades, he drove alone to a nearby trailhead and allegedly set a brush fire.
This is the trail where the fire started. You can see it looks right over the Pacific Palisades. Investigators say the fire was ignited from an open flame, likely from a lighter.
Officials say Rinderknecht repeatedly tried to call 911 but couldn't get through from the remote area. While that fire was initially believed to be put out, investigators have now determined it reignited days later.
It smoldered underground for about a week.
Authorities have not revealed a motive, but did disclose chilling evidence they say shows Rinderknecht may have had a fire fixation and created these AI images.
The allegations in the affidavit are supported by digital evidence, including the defendant's ChatGPT prompt of a dystopian painting showing in part a burning forest and a crowd fleeing from it.
In the Palisades, where so much was lost, shock and anger.
People have been displaced. They will be displaced for the next decade. And I want him to know that, how much people are suffering, how much suffering he caused.
That was Liz Kreutz reporting. We're taking a live look outside. This is our Agua Caliente casino camera in Rancho Mirage. Not our everyday view out there. A lot of clouds, some rain this morning, but will it stick around? Pablo Alcina's in right after the break.
Missed the news yesterday? Well, don't worry. You can watch the latest stories and even original news programming over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Every morning at 6 a.m., Jerry and I are here to help you start your day informed and connected. And after our newscast, I head out into our community to listen and bring you the stories that truly impact our lives here in the Valley so that your voice is heard.
You're watching our digital live stream. For the latest news and updates on developing stories, head over to our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Don't miss our digital exclusive content. Me on a Plate. Talking with Thalia, Kai the Deal Guy, and Desert Entertainment with Todd. Only on NBCPalmSprings.com.
News isn't all we do. We have a wide variety of original programming for you to enjoy over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Successful wildlife projects are happening all across the Salton Sea. And in the middle of these restoration efforts, lithium enters the equation. Dive into the delicate balance of nature and the emerging Lithium Valley, streaming on NBCPalmSprings.com.
Worried about missing a broadcast? Don't worry. We stream just about everywhere from Instagram to YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and of course our website.
Pablo Alsina with your full weathercast, and it took me a few days since I moved to the desert, but I finally saw some clouds. They came in today, brought some showers, but look at this beautiful shot from the Agua Caliente cam in Rancho Mirage. Simply gorgeous, looks like a painting, but no, it's a live shot. You can see the little cars moving, but the clouds not moving at all. And why is that? Well, it's because the winds are not that strong as of now, just 6 miles an hour in Palm Springs, 1,000 palms with winds of 6. Idlewild, strongest winds in the area at 14 miles an hour. Looking at the high temperatures that we're going to reach today, 92 degrees in Palm Springs, Palm Desert at 93. The temperatures are going to keep going down the rest of the week, even reaching the 70s. You're going to see that in the 7-day forecast. Joshua Tree with a high of 82 degrees. The low temperatures for tonight, the clouds and the light rain is going to bring the temperatures down, but not that much. 76 degrees in Palm Springs, Cabazon at 68 degrees, Idlewild 60 degrees, and Indio, they're going to see low temperatures of 74 degrees. Now looking at the radar that I mentioned, those were the light showers we saw this morning in the Palm Springs area. They're going to keep coming in, about a 30% chance of rain the rest of the day and on Friday as well. Looking at our radar a little bit closer, there you see very light sprinkles of showers, but you know, they could pick up in certain areas. And also be careful driving when there's rain and water. You know, people tend to drive a bit differently. 7-day forecast brought to you by Comfort Air. Friday, a 30% chance of rain, and this is what I really like. Look at the temperature start going down. As low as 76 degrees on Tuesday. Oh, I can't wait. In the desert, 76 degrees. I love that. I'm Pablo Alsina. Send me a message. Say hello. I'll follow you back. Keep watching NBC Palm Springs.
Springs.com.
Every morning at 6 a.m., Jerry and I are here to help you start your day informed and connected. And after our newscast, I head out into our community to listen and bring you the stories that truly impact our lives here in the Valley so that your voice is heard.
You're watching our digital live stream. For the latest news and updates on developing stories, head over to our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Don't miss our digital exclusive content. Me on a Plate, Talking with Thalia, Kai the Deal Guy, and Desert Entertainment with Todd. Only on NBCPalmSprings.com.
News isn't all we do. We have a wide variety of original programming for you to enjoy over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Successful wildlife projects are happening all across the Salton Sea. And in the middle of these restoration efforts, lithium enters the equation. Dive into the delicate balance of nature and the emerging Lithium Valley, streaming on NBCPalmSprings.com.
talking about how most of the electronics in our homes, like smartphones and power tools, are powered by lithium-ion batteries. If they're not used correctly or are damaged, they can overheat and start a fire. That's why this year's theme for Fire Prevention Week is Charge into Fire Safety Lithium-Ion Batteries in Your Home. This focuses on raising awareness about the safe use of these everyday devices. Here to tell us more about buying, charging, and disposing of them safely is the Director of Public Education at the National Fire Protection Association, Kelly Ransdell. Thank you for joining us, Kelly.
Thank you so much.
So, why did you choose this topic as your theme this year for Fire Prevention Week?
These rechargeable devices are in everybody's home. Our kids are using them, our parents are using them, and they're a part of everyday life. And what most people don't understand is these lightweight and portable items actually have a fiery side. And yet we know what to do to be able to live safely with them.
So what should we look for when buying products that include lithium-ion batteries?
You want to buy listed products, and what that means is that they will have a safety certification mark on them. It will be a round circle. You may have seen them. They may be UL or ETL. There's about 100 of these nationally recognized testing labs, and that means that they've met safety standards. So do your research and find products that have that safety certification mark.
And when it comes to charging these batteries, how would we know that we're doing it safely?
Well, first, always use the cord that comes with it. If you lose that cord, you'll need to check with the manufacturer to find one that is compatible with it and has been authorized to be used with it. The second thing is when you're charging, when it gets to 100%, take it off the charger. They're not designed to be left on them all the time. And then last, always charge on a hard surface. That gives them the ability to breathe. You don't want to charge them in bed, under a pillow, or on carpet because it can actually overheat while charging.
They definitely do get nice and warm. What's the best way to dispose of them or even recycle them?
So we don't want folks throwing them in the trash, and we don't want them putting them in their regular recycling bin. We want them to find a place that can actually turn these batteries in, and you can do that by going to calltorecycle.org, put in your zip code, and it will show you where you can go to turn these batteries in. That's what will help us keep the fires out of trash. It will also keep it out of recycling, and it's better for our environment.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Missed the news yesterday? Well, don't worry. You can watch the latest stories and even original news programming over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Every morning at 6 a.m., Jerry and I are here to help you start your day informed and connected. And after our newscast, I head out into our community.
All right, that does it for us. You ready to head over to that pop-up event at the plaza?
Yes, I want to meet all of you. Go out there. We'll both be there.
Yeah, we can't wait. Say hi, take a picture, and you get to see Fuego again. That's 4 to 7 at Acrisure Arena. Should be a great time. All right.
Go Firebirds.
Yeah.